football history, wise men have congregated to bring you the best stats, predictions, and analysis of the game. These are not those men. 3 derelict Oakland Raiders fans expelled from clown school for shaping inappropriate balloon animals at children's birthday parties and borrowing the school clown car to attend a Murphy's Law gig in Brooklyn. With no ambitions outside of rodeo barrel racing and the Shiner Circus, they made their way to the rolling hills of northwestern New Jersey and established a home at the Irish Cottage Inn. Surrounded by Jets and Giants fans, they called in reinforcements and established a circus sideshow of their own, known as the New Jersey chapter of the Black Hole. Join the party each week on the Fan Club Blitz, a wild ride into the world of die-hard football team fan clubs from across the globe with your hosts, Splatterhead, Fitz, and Tom, Clown School Rejects.
Hey, this is Splatterhead.
Tom.
And Fitz.
You're listening to the Fan Club Blitz from the darkest, ugliest corner of Murph's fan cave.
Wow, yeah.
We're the redheaded stepchild.
Really can't add to that.
No.
That kind of sums it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this is our show where we have to mind our P's and our Q's.
Is this the draft edition?
This is post-draft.
Post-draft
Fan Club Blitz.
edition.
Post-draft. Shockingly, I have a few things to say about the draft.
Yeah.
Not necessarily our draft, just the draft in general. But you guys kick it off, and we'll go from there.
All right. Well, hey.
Well, if anybody that listens to this show knows, about 2 months ago we said that the Raiders were going to take all the Clemson players that they could.
And Alabama. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And what happened?
We drafted heavily from the championship college teams.
Yeah, exactly.
Smart move.
Yeah.
You know.
We didn't grab any flavors of the month, which is cool.
Yeah.
No.
You know.
Well, listen, if Mike Mayock was still an NFL Network analyst, then those would have been the flavors of the month.
Yeah, probably.
Because he would have
yes.
been talking about
Yes.
them, and then everybody else would have followed suit
Right.
like they
Yes.
always did.
Yeah.
Right. I got to say, you know, I like the draft only because it's football in the middle of no football. Other than that, everything surrounding the draft drives me insane. All the armchair quarterback experts and all the idiots that nobody that watches college football, that all they do is bitch and moan, and the scouts are stupid. They don't know what they're talking about unless they agree with the pick. Then they're geniuses.
Yeah.
Let's face it. From pick number 1 to the last pick of the draft, the NFL draft is nothing but a big roll of the dice.
Sure.
You don't know.
Exactly.
All you can hope for is that your guy drafts somebody that was good in college.
Right.
That's
Yep.
all you can hope for.
Yep.
You know, I always said, I go, if you get one pick that's good, that works out, you had a winning draft.
Yes.
And that pick might be 2 years down the road. You know, you might not know.
Yeah, I mean, that's, you know,
Yeah.
how do you feel about your picks? That's what I said last year.
Yeah,
I'll tell you in a
right.
couple of years.
Yeah.
You know? But I do think that with our first round this time, we got some guys that, you know, they're hoping will
I think we got
jump right in.
3 very good guys in our first
Listen,
round.
we could do, like I said, we picked guys that were effective at their positions in college. And that they should. I'm not saying they're not good. I'm just saying, you never know. Like, you know, everybody's going crazy with the Giants. You know, they picked that quarterback at number 7. And, you know, my cousin's a big Giants fan.
Yeah, they get Jeff Daniels, the
Whatever
guy
the hell his
from
name is. But
guy from Dumb and Dumber.
But listen, you know, I said, I go, think about this. I go, imagine this was 1983. You're the Giants fan. You still have the same needs. Your quarterback has maybe a year or 2 left. You want a quarterback in the draft. You're picking number 7. I go, guess who went number 7 in 1983? Todd Blackledge. Coming out of college as the premier quarterback. I go, if you guys drafted Todd Blackledge in this situation, you'd all be dancing around with your pants off. I go, what did Todd Blackledge do?
Yes.
He took a giant crap on the NFL. Yeah. So you don't know.
There was the one guy called into the show. Called into the show I was watching yesterday, and the guy's ripping apart this kid that the Giants picked, and the guy's like, "Let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen him play a snap?" The guy's like, "Well, no." He's like, "Look at his numbers." He's like, "Okay, let's look at his numbers." He's like, asked the kid from my host, "Oh, hey, look at his numbers." And then they threw out, they said, "Do you realize Gino Toretta set every record there was in college football?" Yeah. Where is he now?
Exactly.
Do you even know who Gino Toretta is? And the guy goes, "No."
Right. Right. We can go through a whole list of them, Yeah. Vince Young.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tim Tebow.
Yeah.
I mean, and there's a whole line of those jackasses.
And they're like, and the guy goes, "Well, this dude obviously isn't a Phil Simms." And they were like, Phil Simms had worse numbers at Morehead State than this kid did it at Duke. At least you've heard of Duke. Nobody ever heard of Morehead State until Phil Simms got drafted.
Right. Hey, listen, the kid's 6'5", he's 220. He went to Duke, so he can't be stupid.
That's right.
So you have a smart guy who's 6'5", 220, and since they put him at quarterback in Duke, all he's done was win.
Yes.
So I know that.
But what's more ridiculous than that is any Raiders fan that's ripping Picking Farrell.
Yeah.
Right.
The Ted Hendricks Award winner.
Right.
Yeah.
Do any of you idiot Raider fans know who Ted Hendricks is?
Way before their time.
And you're ripping this guy. The Ted Hendricks Award is for the best defensive end in college football. Yeah, he sucks. Let's take the flavor of the month jerk off from Kentucky. He's better.
Yeah, I think a lot of these Raiders fans.
You people are idiots.
Listen, I
give your tickets away. They shouldn't even let you in the freaking Coliseum.
Oh, but we could have picked him later.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
They could have
got him later. Why? He's there now.
Yes, exactly.
He's there now.
Yeah.
He's on our board. He's there now. That's who we're taking. We're taking him now.
That's it.
I'm not going to wait till later.
Yes.
Because you don't know what's going to happen later. No. There might have been some other smart GM and coach that said, let's get that guy.
Yeah.
Right.
You know who would have took him? The Donkeys.
Yeah.
Right.
There you go.
Listen,
that's who would have took him.
I've seen the kid play at Clemson.
Yeah.
He's a great player.
Yes.
So he got suspended because he didn't get along with his coach. Well, it was some big deal.
And he doesn't have that star, caliber, talk about him.
Yeah.
Because he had two other guys that were studs playing with him too.
Yeah.
So it's you got all three of them are studs.
Yes.
Take one.
Yeah.
And let's talk about flavors of the month defensively. Because that was the other thing that was brought up with the Giants. They wanted that whatever that kid was, which the term I'm now hating, edge rusher. You're not an edge rusher. You're an outside linebacker or a defensive end.
Yeah.
Stop reinventing the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're making up, generational player.
It wasn't
rusher.
Allen. Yeah. That was my cousin. He's like, we could have got out an elite edge rusher. I go, yeah? I go, think back. Ask a Jets fan about Vern Golston.
Yeah.
One of the premier quarterback rusher. I don't think he registered 1 sack in the NFL.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do? The Giants made it out good, too. They got the other guy we wanted.
Yeah.
And you know who else Raiders fans were freaking out about a few years back? Khalil Mack.
Yes.
Oh, we picked up some guy from
Buffalo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
he sucks.
And then you're crying when
and then 5 years later, everybody sucks because we traded him.
Right.
Listen, if you really look into it, most of these idiots, and I'm not saying all, but the ones I know that talk like this, they never played it down in a sport. They watched their team on Sunday. Like, that's it. Nothing wrong with that, but keep your mouth shut about anything. You never played.
Yeah.
You don't watch college football. You don't know the caliber. How can you judge somebody if they're going to be good if you never even saw them play a down in their life?
Yes.
Also, the opinions expressed by Tom are not necessarily the opinions of the Fan Club Blitz and Murph's Fan Cave.
Maybe not Murph. They're pretty close to my opinion. So.
Yeah, I think I got Fitz on my side.
What I can tell you is 732-798-0257 is not the suicide hotline.
No, it's not. Yeah.
Listen, I think we did good in the draft, and I'm pretty sure. I think Gruden was talking highly of that kid that went to the Giants. I'm thinking if we didn't
Gruden
have
was
Carr
talking
set,
highly about everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I think part of it was he wanted people to maybe trade to get towards him. But he did like him. And I'm thinking if we didn't have a car
And
signed up.
if his forehead was just a little bit longer, he kind of looks like Eli.
The big scuttlebutt was the Broncos were going to take that kid at 10.
Yeah.
Because Elway was in love with him.
Yep. The Broncos wanted him. The Dolphins wanted him.
Yeah.
And so did the Redskins.
And then so did the Redskins.
The Redskins got Haskins, who stinks.
Yeah.
And whatever. I think he was the best quarterback in the draft, personally. That kid that
Probably.
went at number 1 overall, I think they better start.
kid
Better
should've-
get a plot out there in Arizona.
That kid should have played baseball.
He should have. That kid's an idiot.
5'10".
Man.
He's going to a crappy team
He
with
could
no
have played
offensive
for
line.
so long.
He could have played 2 years on a rookie contract, making $500,000. And if he was good in his third year, he's making $18 million.
The worst that happens to you is you get hit with a baseball.
Yeah, you get hit with a baseball.
The only guy that's
You know,
the only
you
guy
pull your
that's happier.
hamstring.
The only guy that's happier than him for getting drafted first overall is the former quarterback of the Cardinals, because they shipped him out. And he could actually live to see another day.
Yeah.
He was getting battered there with no offensive line.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jet fans. He's going to the Dolphins, and that might just put a little nail towards your coffin in there too, because the Dolphins are pretty. They're pretty set up. They just need a quarterback. I think that kid could step in there and beat the Jets people.
Well, the Donkeys took that one quarterback that all of the draft gurus had up there going like one of the top 3, and he didn't go to what? The next day.
Yeah.
And the Donkeys grabbed him.
Yep.
I think that was their big signing, I think. Who else did they get? They didn't get anybody
I don't think
anybody
they
any
did.
good, did they?
I really didn't watch them too much, except when I saw that, but I don't know what else they got.
Yeah.
That might have to be a Chris Potts call, and he
Yeah.
he knows all that
Potts,
stuff.
call in.
Call in, Potts. Tell us all the stuff.
Yeah.
Is he still sick?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Text him.
I
Call
didn't
in
know
now.
he was sick. I talked to him yesterday. He didn't say he was sick.
Yeah, I thought he was sick.
He
Hey.
said he was sick Sunday.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Hey, you never know. Maybe he was just like hungover sick.
No, he had to go to a kid's birthday party on Saturday, so he got
So
some
he got
sort of
filthy
friggin'
filthy
disease.
kid's disease.
Yeah.
Yeah, our buddy Marquette King wants to be a Raider again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, gee, wonder why.
He wants to be a Raider again. He's
I seen that. I
apologized
seen that.
to-
He had some apologizing tweet or
What
something.
you know, our buddy Ken Monster Mash did an interview with
Right.
him.
Yeah.
I haven't listened to it.
I haven't
yet.
listened to it either. It's on
Yeah.
the
He was.
board.
Yeah. He was on the Wolfpack.
Yeah, apparently his name is pronounced Marquette,
Marquette.
Now I don't want him back.
but I'm not going to say that because
No, because
That's
that's not the
ridiculous.
proper.
That's not how it's spelled.
Yeah. You know.
And he's not like
But,
a Prince of France or some shit
Yeah.
like that.
But he does have a shield tattooed on his leg.
Oh,
I
okay.
wish we could have seen that when he was
Yeah.
running around in a donkey's uniform.
Listen,
Yeah.
I'll take him back.
I'll
if
take
he
him back
stops.
over what we have right now.
Sure.
Yeah, if he stops all the nonsense, of course, costing us 15-yard penalties after a good punt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's a great punter.
Yes.
I mean, we're still not calling you Marquette because that's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
And I like his I liked some of his shenanigans off the field where he was out like at the bar and he saw the guy with the 49ers hat and he threw it on the floor.
Yeah.
Listen,
You know?
I am all for being that guy. Just don't cost us 15
Just don't do it on the
yards.
field or you're
On
going to get a
good punt.
flag.
Right.
Exactly.
You know.
If you want to get penalties as a kicker, you better be it better be a late hit on the returner.
Something,
and you're
yeah.
throwing them into
Yeah.
the bench.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chop block or something.
Yeah.
Exactly. Especially after you do a beautiful punt, you put it in the corner.
Yeah.
And then, all of a sudden, next thing you know, okay, great, they're on the 20-yard line.
Yeah. But some of those flags were ridiculous too.
They were.
Speaking of kickers, Seabass hanging it up.
Seabass retiring.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of retiring,
Is he going to do the sign with the Raiders one day retire deal?
I hope so.
I hope so. He should.
He should.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would think so.
Yeah.
Chucky loves him, too. I
Yeah.
bet you he's going to put
No, and he loves the Raiders. I
Yeah.
mean, that guy's a Raider through and through.
Yeah.
Speaking of retiring, I just read a report today that I don't know how I don't know what the source is or whatever, but Lynch now says, "Hey, I'll still come back if they want me."
Of course he is.
Oh, yeah, I
I
seen that.
didn't buy that first thing. That
Yeah.
retire. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, we'll see.
And now what's his name? Crowell.
Crowell, yeah.
Crowell.
He's hurt.
He's out for the season.
Yeah.
You know, I was kind of.
And the Raiders, I think I'd already read that they had brought back Doug Martin.
Yeah, they brought back the muscle hamster.
Yeah.
Yeah, they brought him back.
Why would you go through life with a nickname like that?
I don't know. But
Every time I hear that, the only thing I hear in my head is Richard Gere.
it's not as cool as Richard Gere. It's not as Hey, Google that one, kids.
Yeah, you know.
We're not going to explain
you
it.
know,
to you.
I start humming the Lemmiwinks song from South Park.
Well, we're about 15 minutes into this. Let's give some station ID. We gotta recognize Murph's Fan Cave.
Hey, Murph's Fan Cave,
So,
Raiders Fan Radio.
Yeah, make sure you subscribe to
Yes.
Murph's Fan Cave on wherever you get your podcasts.
Yep.
You'll get Raiders Fan Radio. You'll get our show. When Mondays with Mikey and Murph is on, you'll get that.
You'll get them too.
Yeah, so make sure you check that out. And if you want like serious Raiders talk with lots of numbers and stats and all that stuff, and they're accurate, listen to Raiders Fan Radio.
Yeah, listen to those guys.
And then come back to us for the laughs and nonsense.
Yes.
You know, you think Murph would have gotten us like a suite for the draft? You know, paid for us to get down there, give us a nice suite. You know, stock the bar there.
Hey, man, he lives there. He's like, I'm not getting anybody anything.
But it's us.
We could have got him some good press.
I got a cot in a garage. But I ain't letting you people in.
Yeah. I don't even want you in my garage.
Last thing he wants is us lurking around his garage.
Maybe that's the game we should have played. We'd be like, listen, get us a suite.
Or we're
just coming
staying
to
at
your house.
Yeah.
We're just
We'll
gonna
just
show
like,
up.
oh, you're
camp
not-
that on your front lawn.
He's like, hey, you put Mosh in the chapter. You stay at his house. He'd be getting divorced again. We show up.
I don't know.
Anyway, check all that stuff out. Folks.
Yes.
If you're not
Check it
checking
out on what? iTunes,
Spotify, Stitcher,
iTunes,
everywhere.
Stitcher, the Googly,
Grinder,
Tinder.
wherever you float your boat, folks. Woo. Wherever you fly your flag.
Yeah.
Type in Murph's Fan Cave. Hey. And if you find it on Grindr, call us at 732-798-0257.
Because that would be interesting. Jeez.
Is that Mosh? That's disturbing.
They said his name was Mackie? I'm not sure.
You wonder why we can't stay at the guy's house.
Yeah. We don't even let each other stay at each other's houses. All right, let's take a break.
Yeah, all right. We need a break.
Hey, what's up? You're listening to the Fan Club Blitz with Splatterhead and Fitz, posted by the NJ Black Hole. We are here at the Irish Cottage in Hamburg, New Jersey.
And we're back from break.
That was quick.
Yeah.
And what are we drinking? We skipped over what are we drinking?
I don't know.
What are we?
I'm drinking a Sapporo.
Okay.
Sapporo premium beer, which is usually my sushi beer when I go out for sushi.
Sure.
Which I'm just laughing now because I'm looking at the size. It's Sapporo, product of Canada.
Yeah.
Sapporo, eh?
Let me throw one at you though. Go with the Asahi Dry. Man.
Oh, I love Asahi Dry.
That's if I'm gonna drink Japanese beer.
I get the big cans of that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, if I'm gonna drink a Japanese lager, they make some great craft beers too, man.
Yeah, I picked up a couple at that place in Edgewood.
Edgewater.
A couple of weird blue bottled.
Yeah, they
things.
make one with red rice.
Yeah.
It's really good, man.
Listen, Japanese are they're like the Germans. They're very specific, precise, and like anal about whatever they make. And you know it's going to be good.
They very much they're very friendly with the Germans.
Yes.
Like the Germans in many ways.
You know.
I knew you were in cahoots with the Nazis.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I like the Asahi myself though.
Yeah, it's good. But I like Sapporo, and the Sapporo Black is really good.
Yes, I like that also. The only reason I got the Sapporo
I think
is because
that's
they
the
didn't
only
have
Sapporo
Asahi.
beer I ever had was a Sapporo Black.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Sapporos are good, man.
Yeah, if they had Asahi at the place up the street, I would have grabbed that instead. But
Yeah.
they didn't.
Yeah.
No.
They have the big cans at ShopRite Liquors. So.
Yeah. They actually, I like it because they have them at the Wantage Liquors right next to the
Sushi joint.
yeah
The
it's
hibachi.
The hibachi.
Oh
place,
yeah, and it's bring your own beer there.
Yeah.
That's a thing in New Jersey, folks.
Yeah.
You-
It's a good thing in New Jersey.
because the liquor license costs a lot of money. So they don't buy the liquor license, but you can do the BYOB. So you go out to eat and you bring your own beer with you.
Yeah, or wine.
Or wine.
And vodka for time to mix
and
it
you
with
don't
the
have
wine.
to spend $5, $6 on a beer.
No.
Yeah,
You
and
know?
usually, it's I like when they look at me, depending on what I'm bringing in, and I like pull out like 3 different 40 ounces of different stuff.
Sure.
I put it on the table.
Got my 40 of Pabst Blue Ribbon.
That's it.
Yeah. Hey,
All right, well, tell us what me and Tom are drinking.
They're drinking the O'Fallon smoked porter.
I like it. It's got got a good smoky taste.
It does, man. It
Yes.
reminds you like of a nice smoked Gouda.
Yeah.
I'm trying it right now
Yeah,
too.
this is a good cheese beer right here.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah, I like it.
very tasty.
Yeah.
Yum.
I wouldn't drink it with barbecue,
No.
No.
but I drink it with a nice charcuterie platter.
There you go.
Wow.
Mouthfeel. That's Tom's mouthfeel
No,
moment.
man, there's no mouthfeel.
Charcuterie.
Thanks for stopping by, ladies and gentlemen. That officially ends the Fan Club Blitz. Yeah, no, this is definitely not a... You know what? I really can't drink anything that's not like a domestic beer with barbecue,
No.
honestly.
No.
Like, I can't sit
No,
down
you
with
need
one
a
of those
swilling.
crap
You
beers.
need a swilling beer.
I need
Sure.
a Miller
Yeah.
High Life or
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
Pabst or something.
Yeah.
Yep.
Shine or Lone Star.
I was going to
Yeah.
say,
Yingling.
Wantage Liquors does carry Lone Star.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if I'm barbecuing, I'm doing a
Yeah.
Miller High Life.
Yeah.
Yeah, because...
You need a yard beer.
Unless it's snowing, because I like to barbecue in the snow.
Yeah.
I do too.
And then I might do like a dark beer,
Yeah.
but that's just a
Yeah.
weather thing.
Yeah, but
you know?
when it's nice and sunny, you need a yard beer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And plus, you're out
absolutely.
there barbecuing, so you need, you're going to be drinking like 30 beers, so you need something
Yeah.
that's only going to cost you like $17.
And something that's not going to
Yeah.
have you falling into the fire. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
all
because
that.
that's probably going to be the beer of choice. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to let you know again, from Franklin Day, all you locals will be hanging out drinking probably Miller High Lifes and watching, Pink Mackie, the band to play.
Yeah, come out and see Mackie, man. Join us.
Sean Mackey.
Yeah. If you're in New Jersey
Yeah.
Bill Mackey and his Comets.
in July, come
Yeah.
join us at
Yes.
the Franklin Pond.
I think it's actually
on a basketball court.
I think he said it was. Did he say June this year? Maybe a little bit earlier.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I didn't pay attention.
He was telling. No, you
I
weren't
figured
there.
he-
He was telling us at the draft.
I figure he's going to remind me when it happens.
He
and,
will because because if we're not there, there'll be 5 people.
I hope
Yeah.
they let
Must
him
get it up
use
to
his
like 7.
Raiders mic this time.
No.
They wouldn't let him use it last year, Tom.
Why?
His engineer.
They said that he's like, I got my own mic, and I'm like, all my microphones are calibrated to my system.
Oh, he's one of those guys. The
Yeah.
same guy.
It's like
Oh, okay.
like my next statement to Bill was, you have like an engineer, like you guys like play in like a living room, except when you play at Franklin Day. Like, really? You really need this guy to tell you can't use a microphone? Like,
Yeah.
like you're not playing the Palladium.
Yeah.
Like, no,
I
like
would
it's not.
I would have just
put it in there and said, "Watch
put
me."
my mic in and said,
Yeah.
go kick rocks, dude.
Yep.
I'm using my mic. Make it work.
Yeah.
I used to use this funky like 50s radio mic on stage, and the sound guys would give me a hard time. I'd be like, make it work.
Yes.
That's your job.
Yes.
I know you don't see this every
Yes.
day. Sit there, turn the knobs,
Turn the knob.
jiggle the wires,
Jiggle the wire.
make it work.
Make it work.
And make me sound the way I want to sound.
Yes.
And
All
not for
right.
nothing, but those mics from back then are solid mics.
Yeah,
They're,
absolutely.
they're
Yeah.
made
Yeah.
to solid. Like they're
Yeah.
good.
They didn't break after 3 sessions like these.
No, and they're not. They're made to actually work well. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like you never have to buy another mic. Like,
I still
it's your
have it.
mic.
I'm going to bust it out for the show one of these days.
My buddy that I jam with was he has one like that, similar to that, like one of those old school ones.
Yeah.
No, it's he should. You know what? Maybe that's where we might have to do some New Jersey black hole. Maybe a little bit of muscle there and say, listen,
Yeah.
he's using the microphone,
Yeah.
and that's where we're at right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I'm just going to keep running around in front of him yelling Slayer.
yeah.
Listen, if it was anything like last year,
They'll be out there
you
playing
can stand
afternoon.
there. You're not running.
They'll be out there playing afternoon delight, and I'll be going Slayer.
Yeah, if Fitz is right. If it's anything like last year, you're not doing any
You're not
running.
running.
It was like last year. I was getting ready to head out the freaking door. I walked out into the deck, and I walked back in. Michelle's like, "You're not going." I was like, "It's like 9,000 degrees out there."
Yeah, it was the surface of the sun, man. We couldn't even take Rogers with us.
Yeah.
It was like too hot, you know.
Yeah, Roger's outside for like 10 minutes. He's like, "F you guys." I'm
Yeah,
going
he's
inside.
like,
Yeah.
"What's wrong?"
Like,
I was like, "Yeah."
Who turned on the heat?
I was like, "I don't need to go over there that bad. I ain't standing in this heat, man."
No.
I gotta say though, we were
It's
shocked.
a cool 60 degrees in here.
We were shocked, and it was actually awesome. His band did actually a really cool like punk rock cover of "Pretty in Pink."
Pretty in pink. Yeah,
Oh,
it was great.
It was actually an outstanding cover.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's funny because that's what they do. They do cover songs, but they're like, they're like punk rock guys. So
so they're like Me First and the Gimme Gimmes.
something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
something like
yeah,
that,
yeah.
Me First and the Mackie Mackies.
Me First
Yeah.
and the Mackie Mackie. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. That's what
What is the actual name of Mackie's band? Monster something?
I don't even know now.
Look, Mackie, we suck, man. We don't even know the name of your band. There's
We're
something-
so busy trying to think of new names. For
I know
you,
that,
man.
yeah.
Monster Mackie.
I know the word monster is in there somewhere.
Is it-
If it's not, then I am completely. I'm just a terrible friend.
Maybe is it Mackie DC?
Mackie DC, yeah,
Yeah.
and the Khalil Mackies,
And the Khalil Mackies.
yeah.
Yeah.
So-
it's Bill and the
Hey,
Khalil Mackies.
just use your Raiders mic, Mackie. Swing it and hit the dude in the head
Yes.
with
Yeah,
it.
Roger
Doesn't like
Daltrey's
it.
Yeah.
ass right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not. He's
Listen,
not doing nothing.
No.
Hey, Bill, we'll be the bad guys. We'll pursue the issue for you.
Yes.
You just be like, listen, I didn't want to use the Raider mic, but these guys.
These guys just came up there and plugged it in.
They insist.
They insist.
Yeah.
insisted on it. And
Yeah.
Sorry that your engineer is now hanging up by his ankles from the friggin' from the podium up here.
Yeah.
But it
How
is
come
what it
I don't
is.
have a Raiders mic?
I
I
don't
got to get a Raiders mic.
Really?
Yeah.
You're like the MC at a group, and you don't even have a freaking.
I know.
I'm thinking at this point you probably just get a Raider sticker and flap it on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think there's some under the
well, I
bar.
mean,
You
for the
can-
band, I should have a Raiders
Yes,
mic.
exactly.
Actually, for here, we should all three have Raiders mics.
Yeah.
We
Well,
need you
at
to
least
buy stickers. Listen.
Yes,
PayPal,
exactly. Exactly. Yes, here we go. Yeah, we got a
Here we
plug
go.
here. Listen to Chuck.
Shameless plug coming up.
Fan
ladies.
Club Blitz at yahoo.com
Yes.
and get your Shield stickers.
Get your Shield stickers.
All right? And those stickers are 2 for $8.
2 for $8
They're,
bucks.
They're nice die cast,
Yeah.
big stickers.
Pretty
all
cool
weather.
stickers. A lot of people have bought them already. So,
Who did the design on those?
Just Win Johnny.
Just Win Johnny.
Of One Nation Fanwear.
One Nation Fanwear. Check out One Nation Fanwear.
Yeah.
Just when Johnny's doing some great stuff,
Yeah.
man. I'm even getting a tattoo, I think, of that.
Yeah, I bought his Yankee shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see the new snapback hats he
Yeah.
did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The hated?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are great, man.
Yeah.
I got to get me one of those.
Yep.
And,
Yeah, I bought his Yankee shirt, man. That's cool.
yeah.
You know?
So, Just Win Johnny up in Connecticut.
Yep.
You know, old hardcore kid, good friend of ours.
Yep.
Friends of friends, the
Yep.
whole deal. But he's a big Raider fan. Check out his stuff at One Nation Fanwear.
One
And
Nation
listen,
Fanwear.
ladies, you know what?
He's on Instagram. I don't know if One Nation Fanwear is on Facebook, but he's on Instagram.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
OneNationFanwear.com.
Look, like I tell you people all the time, you don't need us to hold your hand. Type it into the
Type
stupid
it in.
Yes.
thing at the top of the screen.
Yep, that's
Google.
it.
It'll
Yes.
take you. You'll find
And
it.
if, you
You'll
don't,
find
and if
it.
you don't know what Google is, just get out a computer and Google.
Yeah.
And then
yeah,
when
it'll
you
pop up.
find it, and you find what you like, and you post it, make sure you share it to Houston Raiders Steve's page.
Yes.
All right?
Yes.
You got to share stuff to his page.
Yes, you do.
All right?
And listen, ladies, if you're within like a 50-mile radius of Ogdensburg, New Jersey, and you're a fairly good-looking woman, and you buy these stickers, it'll be personally delivered by our own Roby over here.
50
Mr. Tom.
miles, man?
Oh, no.
I don't know. That's a stretch, brother.
10 miles.
She'd have to be
Did
pretty...
I say 50? 15.
She'd have to be pretty freaking nice.
15. 50. What am-
Yeah.
Now, if she wants to come pick them up,
Yeah, if she wants to come pick him up, that's
okay.
different.
All right, let me edit that. 15 miles, and he'll show up with a bottle of Milk Street Distillery vodka under his arm and a sticker and those others.
Oh,
If she comes to pick 'em up-
now you're busting into a big tab for me, and I don't know if I'm going to spring $30 on a bottle of vodka for some
Kobieski.
scrub.
if she comes to
$9.99.
if she comes to pick them up, it's 2 for $7.
Yeah. Yes,
know.
exactly. Anybody wants to come to my house and get them, they're 2 for $7.
Yeah, but 2 for $8 because
Yeah.
it's the shipping.
Yes.
All right, but they're worth it. 2
Yes.
for $8.
They are.
Yeah.
2 for $8.
Yes.
They can use Kobieski. That's cheap.
Fan Club Blitz at yahoo.com.
So I got a bottle. I
that's cheap.
I got,
Yeah,
I got a half gallon on the counter.
There you go.
Hey,
That's what,
hey, to everybody out there listening in Raiderland, it's about to be a very dark, dull, boring place
Yes.
for football fans.
Yes.
All right, the draft is over, and it's going to just get. We're on the stretch here.
Yeah.
Until
we barely talk about football during football times.
So listen, booster clubs, fan clubs, reach out to us
Yes.
if you want to come on the show.
Yeah, you want to plug
This
your
is-
club? You
this
want to
is
get
the
your
time.
info out there?
This is the time to start doing interviews
Yeah.
because there ain't nothing else to talk about.
Nope.
Let's talk about your clubs.
Yeah.
Let's get you on the show. If you've been on the show,
You want to come back?
come back.
Yeah, you're welcome to come
We'll
back.
get you back on. Oh, also, I want to give a nod to our buddies up in Rochester.
Yes.
Raider Nation Rochester
Yeah.
for sending us those T-shirts.
Yeah.
Man. Those
Yeah.
are phenomenal.
Yeah.
Great.
They were good. I couldn't wear mine.
No?
I had to give it to Bots
Why?
because it was a 3X.
And you went to the gym.
Yeah, and, I don't have a hot chick running around here that I can give it to her as a nightgown, so.
Right. Yeah.
So-
started going to the gym.
Yeah, see, that's the problem. So
Yeah.
now Potts has the shirt.
Okay. Well, that's
and
all right.
Potts thanks you guys, and I thank you guys too because it was a really cool shirt.
Yeah,
It was
they
just far too big for me.
Yeah.
So
But anyway,
yeah,
thank you very much. We
Yes.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
And I love my shirt.
yeah,
They're good. And then next year, all you got to do is just get your butts down here for our St. Patrick's Day parade.
Yeah.
yeah,
What's
But that
going on?
stupid
Yeah.
nonsense going up there in
Yeah.
Rochester. There's nothing good going up there. You got to come down here.
Yeah.
I've been to Rochester. There's
Didn't they
not-
march?
it's-
They marched in a parade, didn't they?
No,
that was
the
a
Salt City.
Yeah, that was a Syracuse Cats.
guys.
Yeah,
I want to go up to Rochester, man.
yeah,
There's a lot of breweries
There
up
is,
there.
yeah.
yes,
We got to go up there with the other show.
yeah.
Yeah, Rochester is a cool place.
I've never been there.
No,
I've been through. My brother doesn't live too far from there. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I gotta get up there. I think we got to take the Inebriation show. Oh, by the way, check us out on
yeah,
Inebriation.
yeah. We're on Inebriation. That can be found everywhere. This show can be found,
Yep.
except Merce Fan Cave and Raiders Fan
Right.
Radio.
Yeah.
But
Inebriation.
yes,
it's not a Raiders show.
nope. No.
It's a show full of debauchery and
Yes,
Kind of like this show, except
Yes.
we're not really talking about the Raiders.
Yeah.
right. And
Yeah.
and I don't have to edit that. We're
Yeah.
uncensored. It's
Yeah,
raw.
That's an uncensored show.
It's
yes.
raw, unfiltered,
Yes.
uncensored.
Yes.
And so check it out. If I know, a lot of you, you just want to hear Raiders talk.
Yeah.
If that's the case, you're not listening to this show anymore.
No,
really.
yeah. If you just, yeah,
If you just want to hear Raiders stuff,
yeah,
you're not
you
listening
want
to
to
the
crunch
Fan Club
numbers
Blitz.
and
Yeah.
rip tissues apart while you're listening. Don't listen to us.
You gotta
Yeah.
come to our other show. We
Yeah.
talk about possums and everything.
Yeah.
We got everything.
Yeah, fire trucks.
Yeah.
We got it all, man.
We got it all. There's really nothing out of bounds there.
No.
So I don't know what you guys. I don't have much for this show, man.
I don't know. We covered the draft.
We covered the draft.
Because there's really no
You
anim-
know,
as far as Raider fans I don't see any animosity with this draft. I mean, I thought they did a great job.
Me too.
And
I don't know.
What's
I see a lot of Raiders fans that are just completely.
Nah, they're freaking out. But what?
I'll tell you what, I'm loving. Seriously, no, I'm loving that receiver kid they picked up from Clemson too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The little guy, because you know what? Again, like I said, it's a gamble at best, folks. But if he plays in the pros like he played in Clemson, you're talking like another Edelman kind
Sure.
of guy,
Oh, that would be.
Amendola,
That
like
would
fast,
be-
quick,
let's-
good
nice to
hands.
have that little slot
Yeah.
puke
And
that
he's that guy,
catches
and
those
he's got
passes and
balls,
pisses
too,
everybody
that
off.
Before we close it out, let's go through the first round. We talked about Cleveland. Is it Farrell? Farrell.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Abram and Jacobs.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
See, my thoughts was like I know it sucks that Crowell blew out his Achilles or whatever it was, but I don't know. Chris Warren third, he's there.
Next man up.
You know they drafted this kid from Alabama.
I like him.
Was Crowell even going to make the team?
I don't know. I had high hopes for Crowell on our team.
You know,
I thought he was a good back for our system. I think the Jets don't know what to do with people.
but he was still good on the Jets.
Yeah, but he was he was great in Ohio.
Yeah,
I think that he could have, he had potential with us.
Yeah.
Now he's out for the season.
Yeah.
Listen, dude, you're out for the season. You got these young bucks stepping in.
Yeah.
I don't know what the future holds for you.
Listen, I like.
Yeah.
But
I mean, after the draft, I started thinking about that. I'm like, well, this kid comes out on fire. Chris Warren III's blasting.
He plays mean, this kid.
You know.
And what I like about, like you say, the gambling part aside here, like we don't know what we're going to get. I like dudes that come out of Alabama only because, Saban runs a program there. It's as close to an NFL type of system.
They win all the
thing.
time.
Yeah, but I mean, as far as just like, the discipline and everything, like they know there's no really learning curve. When you come from Alabama to the pros, it's almost like your fifth season at Alabama.
Yeah.
Like the way those coaches run that team is more so than almost any other college team.
Yeah, there's only 3 colleges like that. And that's Alabama, Ohio State, and Michigan.
Did you hear Farrell's coach from Clemson talking about him? And he was like, he's going to be there before the coaches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true with Gruden, man. But,
yeah.
I'm not mistaken. That's a kid. I mean, he was homeless at one point. When he was,
no, I think that was Jacobs.
Was
that Farrell?
Jacobs or Abram? It was one of those two.
Abrams, I think.
Was it Abram? I thought
It's Abram.
Abram.
There's no S in there.
Oh, okay.
So whoever it was.
Yeah.
Okay. Rewind that.
Yeah. No, Farrell, he was a military kid.
That's right. He was okay.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay.
So, he had a
that was the funny part.
fairly stable
But
upbringing.
if you look at the guys that they took, they all have a chip on their shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all hard workers, man.
Yes.
And they all, going back to Gruden and Mayock, they all love football.
Yeah.
They like to play the game. They like to study film.
Yep.
They like to show up early and stay late and put in the work that's required.
Yep.
Now, I think if you got guys like that coming out of college and they got a guy like Antonio Brown, who that's his style, who's there to mentor and keep them going in that direction.
Yes.
Right.
I'm excited.
I am too, because especially like what you just said, these kids when they got their picture taken as like first round for the Raiders, like it wasn't like the stock picture, like you could see in their faces, like it was like when AB came over here, like they're excited to be friggin' Raiders, like they're not just excited to be
their press
NFL
conference
players.
was phenomenal.
Yeah. Their press conferences, the calls.
Yeah.
From, the
They're
one
not
kid's
just
like,
excited to
I
be
knew
in the
I was
NFL,
going to
they're
be a
excited
Raider.
to play
Yeah.
for the Raiders.
Yeah.
And it's a big difference. Like, listen, you can't tell me that number 1 pick, like, yeah, he's excited to be an NFL player. He ain't that excited to be a Cardinal.
No.
Freaking Cardinal. Like,
No, he's not exactly.
You can tell the difference when somebody's excited to be an NFL player, first round pick, is I'm excited to be an NFL player, and I'm excited as hell to be on this team.
Yeah.
And those kids, you can tell that they want to be Raiders.
Yeah. Yeah.
And why would you want to be? You have one of the. You know what? You might hate him. You might love him. You got one of the craziest nutbag coaches in the game right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always going to be exciting. You have the best receiver in the game on your team. Like, why wouldn't you want to be
crazy? Always going to be exciting.
And,
absolutely.
And the Raiders are that perennial Hall of Fame team.
Yes.
You can easily cement your NFL legacy playing for them.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's harder for other teams, but the Raiders, it's just they bleed that.
And there's just
You
something different about the Raiders.
Yeah.
That's different than any other team.
Yeah.
There's something different about us as fans.
Mm-hmm.
Where, it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
And other people, you just can't say that about your team. I don't care.
No.
There's something different about being a Raider.
Yes.
And
it's a whole different atmosphere. If you see fans of other teams, when they see a player from their team, they get like all stupid. And they're like, ooh, like right up on a piece of paper, like, oh, Mr. Giant, like, can you sign this? Like, we see somebody on the Raiders, we're like, hey, what's up, man?
Yeah,
You know,
like, hey, what's happening?
Let's have take a picture of me and you doing a shot. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
like, you know,
Yeah.
like it's
Yeah.
it's a whole different atmosphere.
Hey, come on our show. Let's drink
yeah, we're
beer.
on your show.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you want to be on a show in Ogdensburg in Sussex County? What are
Yeah.
you, crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're in every big market in the world. Nobody in Ogdensburg's watching.
That's it is. It's a whole different mentality.
It is. It's a different mentality, and it's that, you know what? It's that the allure of the American outlaw.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I think it is. Yes.
Yeah.
Of course it is. The thing that everybody wants to be, but they don't want to go too far into it.
And,
So,
you know, it's the American outlaw team
Yeah.
from the birthplace of American outlaw motorcycle clubs
Yeah.
and, you know, blue collar, gritty town.
Yeah.
And the fans, you know, we're outlaws too. Doesn't mean we're criminals.
No.
But, you know, we just have a different code.
Mm-hmm.
And we recognize that in each other.
Yeah.
And that's why the Oakland Raiders, the L.A. Raiders, the soon-to-be Las Vegas Raiders
Yes.
attract a, you know, different type of person. man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it's funny. I grew up, you know, my brother was a big-time biker. You know, all his friends were big-time bikers. And it's funny because most bikers they're not into sports.
No.
You know? And it's funny how those bikers, we can say, you know, the Hells Angels from Oakland, we're into the Raiders. So that shows you what, you know, the cross thing. You know.
I'm not even into sports.
Right.
I'm into the Raiders.
Yeah.
That's it,
Yeah.
man. That's my thing.
Chuck knows NFL football because of the Raiders.
Yeah.
Than any other professional sport in the world is soccer to Chuck.
Right.
Right. Which I will watch during the
I was
World
going to
Cup.
say, we did get,
Yes.
we were watching World Cup soccer, which I also do.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't have no time for any of that crap.
He has no idea.
Curling fascinates me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
You
is,
know.
that is.
I had the Yankees on before. Chuck thought it was basketball.
When
Curling has to.
when the Olympics come on and it's like 4:00 in the morning and I turn the TV on and it's curling, I have a hard time getting ready for work because I'm like, look at this.
How could you not watch it when like the lady that you hired to clean your house could excel at an Olympic
Yeah.
sport? Like you're sweeping. Like
I wanna
how
be
can
the
this not be. You gotta
This
watch
guy's
it.
got a broom.
Like,
Yeah, he's got a.
It's sweeping nothing. This is great.
that's why it's very Canadian. We're doing a sport and we're cleaning for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry if we didn't get all the spots.
Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry.
Sorry,
I
eh?
missed the spot.
See.
But that sport I like.
That thing that they push should be like one of those old time round bombs
right, yeah.
You
With
know?
with the fuse.
They have the fuse on it.
the kind that
And if they get it down there at a certain time, the other team blows up.
the kind you can't get on a plane with.
Yes.
Right.
When you go to
Yeah.
get on a plane, they have a picture of the cartoon
bomb.
bomb.
The
Yeah.
cartoon
Yeah.
Like it says Acme on it.
Yeah. Don't
Like,
get on.
who
don't-
the hell has one of those?
Yeah. Don't get on a plane with Boris and Natasha.
It's
Right.
almost like you're walking with that bomb. Like, I really have to get on this plane quick because the fuse is going down.
Yeah, it's like Batman running around the pier. Remember
Yeah.
that Batman movie?
Yes.
He's got the bomb. I can't ducks, and then he runs off the other way.
That's it. The Boris and Natasha. That was actually funny because, dude, years ago I used to go to Scotty at Shotzi's to get my tattoos.
Oh, okay.
And for a little while there was a Russian dude that was tattooing there. And the guy was hysterical, but he didn't know it.
Yeah.
Like the food truck would come, and like they get whatever hot dog would hit. Maybe like, hey, you have any salt, pepper? And he's always like, do you have any cumin? You're like, what? He's like asking for like cumin. You're like, cumin. You're like, no, we don't have. It's like we got salt, pepper, like ketchup.
Dude, it's a roach coach in Jersey, man. You don't get
So the
cumin.
dudes start calling him like Bullwinkle, like to break his balls about Boris and Natasha. And he was like Bullwinkle. Like, yeah, the moose. He's like, and thank God I was there to hear this. He was like, who is this moose you speak of? I'm like, this can't get any better.
No.
I'm like,
Speaking of Bullwinkles, there's somebody. I keep finding out all my childhood things have been destroyed. You know.
what now?
Well, I don't know. Baja Burgers is gone, so I'm
Yeah,
devastated.
he
over
found that out. That's destroyed
Yeah.
now.
And so there, you have Chuck E. Cheese, right?
Right.
Well, in San Jose, we had the Chuck E. Cheese University.
Oh.
It was like this massive Chuck E. Cheese,
Oh.
right? Multi-floored and all that. But that failed in comparison when you were a kid to Bullwinkle's Pizza, which was in Santa Clara. And it was, you had the animatronics and everything.
Yeah.
Right.
Only it was, all the characters from Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Oh man, that's so cool.
It was great.
I was a big Bullwinkle fan.
Yeah.
I love that show.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they would come out and they would do it. It was awesome. So please tell me that Bullwinkle's is still in Santa Clara.
Somebody
on.
help Chuck out. Don't destroy his childhood.
Yeah. Come on.
I see. If Los Gatos is playing with that whole, that thing you want to put together, that we might have to do a trip out to Bullwinkle's.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, there
well,
you go.
it's a little far from L.A.
Well, we're out there anyway. You know what?
You should book a show in
Right
that
there.
cave we were in.
Unless I book a show during football season. Because
Yeah.
then we can play, then we can drive up to Oakland. And we go to
Okay.
Bullwinkle's.
Then we'll go to Bullwinkle's.
If
And
it's-
then
if
we'll
it's
go to
there.
the game.
Please, Bay Area listeners, is Bullwinkle's still in Santa Clara? Please tell me.
I
It
hope
is.
so, because you know what? It's
And is the Chuck E. Cheese University still there?
Yeah, I don't know. All the Chuck E. Cheese in Jersey turn into drunken brawls with families.
yeah.
Yeah.
You don't bring your kids there.
I used to dread that, man. When Liam was little, I'd be like, "Oh, Liam has a birthday party. You want to take him? I got to work. Where? Chuck E. Cheese. I'm like, crappy pizza, loud kids, and douchey parents. Yeah, awesome.
Better wear the Doc Martens.
Yeah.
That's why, like, when they got to that age where, like, no, it's a bowling party. Oh, bowling alley. Yeah, they got bars and
Yeah.
good pizza at bowling
Yeah.
alleys.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah,
Bowling parties all day.
yeah.
Yeah.
I forget who the one kid was. There was the one kid in Franklin that grew up with my daughter. He was like the first one to have like the birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese. Once all the kids got there, they were like, "Yeah, we don't want our parties there." We're all like, "Why? Like the pizza sucks."
It does.
Yeah.
Freaking 8-year-olds are like, "The pizza sucks."
Yeah.
Oh, it really does.
It really does suck.
Listen.
But these are 8-year-olds in New Jersey, and they're like, "Yeah, the pizza sucks."
8-year-old kids in New Jersey know the difference between,
Yes.
That's why I need the birthday parties at Sparta Lane. Not Sparta.
See, they sell beer at
Warwick
Chuck.
Lanes.
Yeah.
Good.
They sell beer
Good
at
pizza.
Chuck E. Cheese and Bullwinkle's.
Yeah.
In California. They don't do that out here.
No.
No, thank God.
Yeah.
There would be a problem
No,
there.
because they do in New York, Pennsylvania, and Delaware, and that's all you see on YouTube is
Yeah.
like the brawls.
But we got Dave and Buster's now.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, finally.
Yeah,
They changed the gambling
And
law.
at the greatest place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got it at Dave and You got it at the Willowbrook Mall.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's that close now?
Yeah.
I thought it was Woodbridge.
Camden at that point.
I thought it was Woodbridge.
You can go down there, get drunk, get in a gang fight.
yeah.
Yeah.
you know.
Crips, Bloods,
Yeah.
games. What else?
Yeah.
What else do you want?
Actually, there hasn't been a shooting at Willowbrook in a while.
No, knock
Yeah.
on wood.
Yeah.
Give it time.
It's been a few years.
Yeah, they
So-
like to travel around.
Yeah.
Man, I still have all my Bay Area memories,
That's
I
cool.
have a connection with Murph and Mosh from the Bay Area, too. Because one sport that I used to enjoy as a kid, roller derby. Not because, the Bay Bombers,
Yeah.
who were the big roller derby team.
Right.
They actually played in San Jose, California. They were from San Francisco originally.
Yeah.
But their home games were in San Jose. It was right down the street from my house. Right. My house was kind of in the ghetto, but then you walk downtown to the San Jose Civic Center. It was like $3 to get in. So every roller derby match we would go in, and it was great. There was a halfway house at the end of my block, and there was the one guy that thought he was a cop. And then there were the two twins. They were gingers, and they were always like screaming at people and like trying to pick fights and stuff.
There you go.
But the three of them, the cop and the two gingers, were really, really, really into roller derby. And they would go to the matches, but they would get pissed off because to them all this,
It's all real.
it's all real.
Yeah.
And they used to get thrown out of there. It was great. But they became part of the show.
Yeah.
But Murph's uncle, I don't know if it was Mosh's brother. I don't know the whole details, but he was the announcer.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So
That was always one of Rebecca's ambitions, to do roller derby.
I could see her doing roller derby.
Yeah, I feel bad because I picture like everybody, like all those other on the other team, are all gonna have my face as she's roller skating around and putting them in the walls. And I'm like, I keep telling her, I go, you want to do roller derby?
You're probably like me. You probably remember roller derby used to be on Channel 9, midnights.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember well.
Yeah.
Yes.
I used to watch it.
But yeah, freaking chops. I'm like, I go,
It's
you wanna
great
do roller
live,
derby?
man.
I go, I've actually seen you standing up watching TV
and
you fall over.
Yeah.
I go, she insists that she's a great skater.
Well,
But
that
I'm I don't know.
At
But
one
maybe.
point, Laura thought about roller derby, and I was like, "You fall down, completely sober, just walking.
Yeah.
You're gonna get on skates and fight people, and go around in a circle like." My buddy Pete up in Connecticut from 100 Demons and Murmur, his wife does roller derby. And she's really into it. And they're like, champions and everything. And the guy that does my tattoos up at Brass City, Rob, his wife's on her roller derby team. And I mean, they're into it.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, it's not the same as it used to be. It used to be on TV.
Yeah.
It was fun stuff. But,
Yeah, they did what was the movie? Rollerball.
Yeah,
James
yeah.
Caan.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously. One time I'm laying in bed watching TV in the bedroom. Rebecca was getting ready for work. She stopped. She's watching TV. She's watching something like that, and she like fell over.
Yeah.
I go, what are you, Lou Gehrig? I'm like, what the hell's going on? I'm like, oh, shit.
She can only stay upright if she's running.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why she runs.
Yeah.
Exactly. Taking pictures of salamanders and
Yeah.
whatnot.
Yeah. I like following her. This is what I saw today.
Yes.
I saw today. Yeah.
Look at the syringe. I'd be like, look at the syringe.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
used condoms I found.
Yeah.
A rock.
Look at a bear eating a dirty diaper.
Here's somebody's pot farm
Yeah.
in the state park.
I'm just running down the road. I found this pot field.
Do you remember when they found the pot farm on the side of 84?
Yeah.
That it was just in massive,
Sure.
and it was just right on the side of 84. Yeah. Nobody noticed it.
No.
And then one day, I forget how it, like a cop pulled somebody over, and all of a sudden he happened to look over. It's like 7 feet
Hide it in
tall.
plain sight, man.
Yeah.
Listen, we had, in Totowa, it's they tore it down now. They used to call it the training center. It was a giant, huge, almost like a town within a town for, mentally retarded. They lived there. They learned how to function in life. Some couldn't, whatever. But it was like a giant area. My brother worked maintenance there for years. And I'm sure he was part of this, although he's passed away now, so I can't ask, but I'm sure he was. But at one point, somebody was looking through there, and all the way to the back, they found a giant pot farm. Underground sprinklers run from the everything. Like, it was like on timers, and like, it was like one of those. I'm like,
one of these guys
my brother Ernie
was
gone
acting
from there. I'm like, oh, he totally had to be part of that. Yeah. There's no way he wasn't.
Or one of the guys with Down syndrome was acting.
Yeah. Well, there was like 10 years ago, the one maintenance guy was growing pot on the roof of the Franklin School.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. A bunch of plants up there.
Yeah. What the hell? He's like, I'm the only one that comes up here.
Exactly.
You said hide it in plain sight. The best thing you could do.
I got one. My cousin Billy, rest in peace. He when he was about 13 years old, he was visiting my grandmother, and she was planting her garden. So she gives him some tomato seeds, and he takes them, he chucks those things right, and throws a bunch of pot seeds out in the garden, and then he goes back to Texas. Grandma's out there taking care of them, watering them.
That's awesome.
So they get huge, right? They get massive. And one of my aunts was over there, and she's like, "Mom, why do you have marijuana growing in the backyard?" My grandma's like, I don't have any such thing. She's like, yeah, you do. You got like 3 big marijuana. She's like, is that what that is? I couldn't figure out why there weren't any tomatoes on those damn plants. She goes, I've been watering them. She goes, that's why those Mexicans keep sticking their heads up over my fence. And on that note,
Yeah, I think that's all we have for tonight.
We'll see you in a couple weeks.
we'll see you in a couple weeks.
Later.
All right, this is Tom. I guess we're going to be wrapping up our show here. If you have any questions for me, or you want to call in and talk about anything you want on the Raider Fan Club Blitz, our number is 732-798-0257. Feel free. Ask me about Mr. Skittles. I love Mr. Skittles. We're also going to give a shout out to the Irish Cottage, our home base. They are located at 602 Route 23 North in Franklin, New Jersey. And their number is 973-827-2090. And give us a call. Let us know what you think. Questions, comments, anything you want to say. Feel free. Talk to you next week. Bye.